10 weeks deep into the SFL season finds us with a battle of 2, 4, and 3 teams locked in a tight race in the South Division. The push for the postseason begins tonight as the Fort Worth Toros come into Red River Stadium to face the Bossier City Steamers. Good evening, I'm Cameron Duty, and as always, I'm joined by my partner, Rochelle Colston. Rochelle, you know these two long-standing squads, when they get together, it's always fireworks. And let's add the fact that tonight, they have some potential playoff push to have to be concerned about, both at the bottom of the South Division. I think we've got our great recipe for a Friday night fight. Well, how are you feeling this evening? What are you looking at in this matchup?
Good evening, everyone. So happy to be here with you, Cameron. Well, tonight, I think the keys to victory for BCS are Pickler will have to limit his interceptions. Right now, he has 15 on the season, and the Steamers defense will have to put pressure on Fort Worth quarterback Eric Price and force him to make a mistake, because he's only made 7 mistakes all season. So grab your favorite drink and snack and get ready for SFL late night football. This should be an exciting one.
Couldn't have said it better myself, folks. You're not going to want to go anywhere for the next hour and a half or so. Let's get ready and get this thing going. Late night kickoff here in the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. We could not be more excited to be with you. Bossier City, the home team, gets the return here to start, and a good one at that by Dave Axis, still on his feet. Out to the 38-yard line where Bossier City will set up shop.
Wow, they're just 12 yards away from flipping the field already.
We get a good quick replay here of this return, starting right there with the juke move, bouncing it out to the outside, and basically just special teams not really able to wrap the shifty Dave Axis up, 6'2", 220 pounds. Now let's say hello to the starting quarterback in the starting lineup for Bossier City. We'll start with, of course, Johnny Pickler. We mentioned him at the top of the program. He'll have the halfbacks Rob Noel and Robert Nemchik, and the fullback Speedy Gonzalez with him in the backfield as we go from 1st and 10, and we see motion on the line. That's Garrison Blue. Pickler to throw. Short over the middle, gets the job done, and it was indeed Garrison Blue with the reception. We'll continue with the starting lineup. The wide receivers, Vin Callia, Jeff Banfield, and as we mentioned before, Dave Axis. The two tight ends, Adam Williams and Garrison Blue. The two tackles, Yogi Barr and Jacob Reed. The guards, Anthony Anderson and Byron Oden, and at center, Jukin Rukin. 2nd and 3 coming up. Toss play going left side, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide for Rob Noel, and that is stopped immediately by number 21, Ben Stone, Rochelle.
Yeah, Ben Stone came in from his free safety position, made a great open field tackle.
We've talked about these teams, just how many times that they have met. 12 previous meetings between these two squads, with Bossier City winning 9 of those meetings. 3rd down, pass complete over the middle, and a great conversion. Again, looking the way of Blue, getting him started early in this game.
Yeah, making your tight end, your big old tight end, run a nice little route straight up the middle of the field. Caught him in stride. Perfect pass by Pickler, and just enough separation to make a great catch.
Gotta love just how Pickler is able to perfectly position that football to the inside there of Garrison Blue, able to reel that one in. We mentioned Pickler, a couple interception woes earlier on in this season. 8 touchdown to 15 INTs, looking to clean that up. Throwing again here, deep, complete, a perfect drive to start. Touchdown, Jeff Banfield taking it to the house, and Bossier City coming out looking strong in the past game.
Yeah, Bossier City just came out firing. Pickler just came out firing on all cylinders there. I mean, second in the middle of the field, great separation by his receiver, great throw, great catch. I mean, that was amazing.
Love that in route, that cut right there by the wide receiver as he takes it all the way to the house. Jeff Banfield with the touchdown. That is his 2nd on the season.
And Aiden Davis, made the play for the ball and missed and had to pay for it.
Matt Finnick going to attempt the extra point. Perfect. On extra points, and the kick good. 7-0. Bossier City quickly out of the gate here in front of the home crowd.
4 plays, 59 yards, 1 minute, 29 seconds off the clock. How about scoring in a hurry?
Now we'll see what Fort Worth has in store. Fort Worth, of course, coming in here as well, 4-3. Picked up a big win against the Denver Nightwings last week. That kick is nailed in the end zone for a touchback, and we welcome quarterback number 8, Eric Price, under center. We'll see the two halfbacks, Jet Zero and Jay-Z Bacon, the fullback, Aaron Alexander, the wide receivers, Henry McGee, Cade Stevens, and Stephen Hacker, the two tight ends, Robert Garrett Jr. James Jennings will pick it up there in just a moment. 1st and 10 here for Fort Worth, looking to respond quickly. Spin move off of a defender by Jay-Z Bacon. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. We'll continue with the starting lineup. We have the tackles, Duke LaRue and Emilio Panda, and the guards, Jaleel LaRue and Frank Burks, rounding them out. Ground attack once more here on 2nd down. Running up the middle is Jet Zero, who powers forward for 3.
Yeah, Fort Worth is trying to establish a run game with their two great backs, Jet Zero and J.C. Bacon. I'm sure we'll see a lot of them tonight.
3rd and 7 on the way.
Look for Hacker.
Price stepping up, throwing. That pass is complete. It's Robert Garrett Jr., the tight end. So the tight ends here getting involved for both these teams early on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, and Robert Garrett Jr. is really one of the best, better tight ends in the league. He's been here a long time. Great route, middle of the field, hard to defend.
The drive will continue for Fort Worth. Stats on Eric Price coming into today's game: 96 of 153 completion and attempt, 7 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions, a 62% completion rating, almost 63%. That's 2nd best in the league. Now screen pass to Zero, who cuts upfield and gets a couple more there, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Both these offenses are looking pretty good so far.
We'll take a look at the Bossier City defense in just a moment after this next play. Big 2nd and 8 coming up here. I formation for Fort Worth. Jay-Z Bacon bursting through, head of steam, gets the 1st down. Rochelle, what a play.
Yeah, nice run by J.C. Bacon. Found a hole right straight up the middle.
We'll take a look at this defense here for Bossier City. The defensive end, Stephen Fellows II and Rob Foraker. Defensive tackles, Biff Markham and Joe Boo McSlim. The linebackers, Bogey Barr and Freddie Trammell. The cornerbacks, Pink Lisa, Michaela Foraker, and Stuart Zomelia, and Mickey McGuire. And the safeties, Bob Funk and Zach Holdorf. Right at midfield, you don't spot that ball any more perfect right there on the midfield stripe. As Zero getting the carry. Run heavy early in this game for the Toros, and really, we probably shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they're being very methodical here, unlike Bossier City, who came out firing all cylinders.
Totally different approach, as you said, from what we've seen out of Bossier City. But so far, working in their favor. As you said, methodical, I believe, is the key word there. Keep an eye on Stephen Hacker, who does move to the bottom of your screen in motion. Instead, they give it to Bacon, spinning right out of the gate, pushing forward past the 40, and another 1st down for Fort Worth.
Yeah, Bossier City's got to find an answer for Bacon and for Zero. It's going to be a long night. The defense is going to be in the field for a long time.
First and 10 for Fort Worth. Ball on 38-yard line of Bossier City. Already about halfway through this 1st stanza. Hacker again in motion. Zero with the carry, turning sideways into a pile, and he's going to get credit with a 3.
Not a bad 1st down play. I mean, 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really complain. Like you said, 1st down, 3 solid yards. Helps with the playbook, certainly going into 2nd down and what potentially could be 3rd down.
This is a heavy set for sure.
Bacon leaping over defenders, and I love the quick agility. You've got Jet Zero, who who sometimes can, you know, he's very physical, right? We see him get in there, ground and pound. Then you get Bacon coming out with the spin moves, the leaps, and that speed shot out of a cannon as soon as he touches the football, Rochelle.
Yeah, definitely. Zero is more of the brutal back, the punishing back, the 2 to 3 yard, you know, up the nose back. Bacon's more of a finesse runner.
Hacker going in motion. Lines up on the line, screen pass, and this is going to stop that forward progress, that momentum of Fort Worth. That was read perfectly by the Bossier City defense, and an incredible stop. That's going to bring up a loss of 1. We'll see how they do if they can dig out of this.
Yeah, Stuart Zamelia was not fooled at all by that play. Defense number 34, the cornerback.
So on 2nd and 11, they decide to pass, rolling out. Price throwing deep, and they're able to convert. What a great response. Henry McGee down there around goal territory. Yeah, it's 1st and goal for Fort Worth. So they lose a yard, but they were not thwarted in any way, shape, or form.
Well, that time, Eric Price was on the move a little bit. He felt the pressure, planted his feet, made the perfect throw to Henry McGee.
We expect a good game, folks. Over under 45.5.
This has been a long drive by Fort Worth.
Man in motion, they give it to Zero, pounding hard. He finally gets wrapped up. A bevy of defenders there to take him down, but again, another nice positive game. What more can you ask for in that fact, Rochelle? That just continues to, you know, those little positive yards continuing to push forward. That's all you can ask for.
You know, on the 5-yard line, your playbook is wide open now. A Hacker in motion. Everybody's in the box.
Hacker so identifiable with no gloves or anything there on his hands. You can always spot him. Bacon with the carry. And we've got a big 3rd and goal coming up here. A good tackle made by Bogey Barr.
I expect to see a pass from Price here. I keep an eye on Hacker. I keep an eye on Robert Garrett Jr.
2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. 1 lined up to the top for Fort Worth. And they go with the pass. Price throwing end zone. Knocked away. Incomplete. That was Bogey Barr again on that one. Jarring that ball free of Stephen Hacker, which was the route they were looking for.
Yeah, great play by the defense. They loaded the end zone with defenders, and oh no, Hacker just dropped it.
Well, you know, he certainly had that collision there with Barr. That was the perfect route. That's exactly what they were wanting, and they had it, just not able to capitalize.
Yeah, it was a perfect route. He was open.
Amelia Rose on to attempt the 21-yard field goal here for Fort Worth. 7 years, all of them here in Fort Worth, and that kick is good. A fantastic job getting on the board. 15 plays, 76 yards. Yeah, part of you wants to be able to punch it in for the touchdown there, but nice to come away with some points and draw within 4.
They were on the field 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That drive.
Yeah, incredible. The definition of methodical. 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter of play, and Bossier City going to get a crack at it again. We'll see if the Fort Worth defense can stiffen up a little bit.
Yeah, Bossier City has to slow their offense down a little bit, or the defense is going to get really tired.
Letha brings this one out to the 33-yard line. Well, folks, again, we want to remind you, if you haven't had a chance, please smash that like button. Let everyone know how you're spending your Friday evening. Maybe we can spread the love, get some more viewers in here, and just let them know just how great this SFL community certainly is. Of course, we'll talk more about that as the program rolls on. You know, Bossier City also, we talked about very methodical on Fort Worth side. Bossier City, though, 225 pass yards per game, 9th best in the league. We ought to expect them to come out gunning, and they certainly have. The late handoff, though, this time, as it looked like it was going to be set up for a pass, but instead they give it to Rob Noel, and he's stopped for a loss.
Yeah, great stop by the defense. I mean, number 79 coming in with a huge TFL.
Rob Noel, the lead halfback here, 7 touchdowns on the season. Flag on the play. as that is completed to Garrison Blue. Once more, we'll see what the call is.
Pass interference. No.
An eligible receiver downfield on Yogi Barr.
That's not something we see very often.
No, certainly not. Well, they get him that time, give him the slap on the wrist, the 5-yard penalty, and Bossier City is backed up 2nd and 17 here. Pressure, though, and not able to complete. Throws that one a mile ahead of his intended target. Almost a beautiful one-handed grab by Delaney Nash for the interception, and it's 3rd and 17.
9 times out of 10, Nash catches that. Great effort on Nash's part.
3rd and 17 coming up. Motion now from Vin Kalia. And Pickler to throw, going to step up, run for it, and he gets hit head on like a car crash. Zion Waddles with an earth-shaking tackle.
Did you say he was obliterated there, Cameron Duty?
I held on to it, but I think that would be a very good, a good phrase indeed, a good way to describe that one, Rochelle. Loss of 2 on the play, and so Danny Dimes on to punt for the first time tonight. Look at this punt, Rochelle, all the way back to the 21-yard line. Incredible. And brought out to the 36 by Stevens.
So great stop by Fort Worth, getting Bossier City off the field. Puts the Bossier City defense back on the field once again. They've been on the field a long time in this first quarter.
Give some credit to this Fort Worth defense. Defensive ends Jeff Duffy and Jerry DeGon. Defensive tackle Luther on. Linebackers E.K. Vinson, Dexter Jackson, and the cornerbacks Tavius Gordon, Adam Leach, and Adam Davis. And the safeties Ben Stone, Zion Waddles, and Delaney Nash. They were responsible for getting Bossier City off the field. Now the Fort Worth offense back out on the field. Hacker in motion. They're wanting to put some points on the board in the form of a touchdown. They're primed to do it. J.B. Bacon with the carry. And nothing going at all. Stuart Zomilia with the tackle for loss.
And that time, Bacon got caught up behind his own blockers and had no place to go.
Potentially the final play of this first quarter. Again, we see Hacker move so many times pre-snap, don't we? I mean, so much motion that they put that guy in. Such a staple. Price throwing low. Hacker somehow able to reel it in. And that's going to make it a more manageable 3rd down coming up after this first quarter comes to a close. 1 quarter in the books. We got a 7-3 ball game. Bossier City on top. You're watching the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. Cameron Duty here with Rochelle Colston, Justin Raside, and Zach Holdorf in the stats truck, doing a fantastic job as they always do, and Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters. Beautiful Friday night here in Bossier City. Price to throw, and what a grab over the defender. Cade Stevens able to reel that one in. He takes a shot, still holds on to it.
And that time, Casey, he climbed the ladder for that one. Knew he was going to get hit. Somehow managed to hang on. I mean, he was lifted off the ground. I mean, initially just lifted off the ground in the air.
Yeah, and Bob Funk literally laid the lumber on that one to Stevens. So good 1st and 10 here for Fort Worth, moving into enemy territory, if you will. Hand off to Bacon, and not much there. They will credit him with 2. Freddie Trammell on the stop.
I mean, you have to give credit to Fort Worth. I mean, they're using their run game to open up their passing game. When they open up the passing game, they really open it up.
Second 8. And a handoff to 0. Again, going nowhere right now. Bogey Barr and this Bossier City defense just doing a good job of searching out this run game and not allowing much up front. When early on in this game, it looked like Bacon was going to be able to run wild.
And Bogey Barr's doing a good job in the second possession of Fort Worth.
Couple of adjustments, and so far they've got the ground game grounded. Price not going to be able to get out of this one. He is wrapped up around the legs as Rob Foraker coming in on the sack.
Yeah, Rob Foraker looked really, really quick off the line there. He just pulled his counterpart. He's got it right around him.
For Foraker, that is his third sack of the season, and that is going to push them, of course, to have to punt. It's going to be Rose out there to punt, Amelia Rose. Interesting because that drive had a lot of promise, and then that Bossier City defense kicked in. And you don't do it much better than that. I do believe that's going to be a coffin kick. We'll see where they spot it. Oh, wow. Look at that, Rochelle. I knew it was going to be close.
That's dangerous. When you're that far near your end zone, look for the safety here.
All things that I strive for in my kicking career in Charleston.
They come up in a bunt set, though. They're going to pass the ball. Okay.
Motion with Kalia. You're right. No, delayed handoff in their own end zone. That was a little scary. Noel able to bring it out, but for a moment, we weren't sure that any lanes were going to open up. Jerry DeGon with the tackle after one.
Or if they get a stop here, they can get some great field position.
Toss play, left side again, and the ground game going nowhere. Ben Stone coming up and stonewalling the halfback.
These free safeties are all over the field tonight on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, good physical action by these defensive units. 3rd and 7. 3 receivers lined up at the bottom, and as I say that, we have one going in motion. That's Dave Axis. And a handoff. Nothing there. You know, you felt like that's Nimchik with the carry. You feel like Bossier City wanted to be super conservative here on this side of the field, just wanted to not give up a big mistake.
Well, you have to be. I mean, Pickler's, interception prone. You can't afford to throw an interception that's close to your end zone. It's more likely to be a pick six. So, Warburton gets a really good field position here out of this.
Able to get it out to the 10-yard line, but you can see Danny Dimes is still back there at the shadow of his own goalpost. Good punt, but that'd be great field position. Open field tackle made quickly by Bossier City and Michaela Foraker. Fort Worth will start on the 45-yard line.
Yes, that great field position. You flip the field without even doing anything.
Fort Worth still trailing by 4. Remember, both of these teams 4 and 3.
They're going to tire Hacker out here.
So much pre-snap movement here that they put Hacker in. Price now throwing. Had a man in the area. That was Kate Stevens. Not able to connect. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Nice route, though. He had separation between the two defenders if he just could have hung on to that one.
We take a look at the South Division. Albuquerque with a big victory early in the early window of this Friday night of SFL action, beating Florida. Mexico City, of course, still in there. Houston, all above Fort Worth and Bossier City. But all these teams with winning records, as that carry from 0 really goes nowhere, and a 3rd and 8 will be on the way. But, I mean, look at that. 4 and 3 at the bottom of the division. That really is something, isn't it?
Ray Trammell and Bogey Barish are active as linebackers tonight on the Bossier City side.
3rd and 8, and you've got Price. Pressure coming around the edges, but he's able to throw a beautiful strike to Henry McGee. And, boy, let's talk about Price for a minute because the pocket was beginning to collapse around the edges. He just stands in there and delivers a beautiful throw.
At that time, Fort Worth just split all the receivers to the middle of the field.
Look at that cut back inside.
Jared Jr. was there. Kate Stevens was there. They were all just right in the middle of the field.
Somebody's got to catch it when you put all 3 of them in the same spot, right? I mean, surely to goodness.
I'm just going to throw it. One of them, somebody will come down with it.
1st and 10 for Fort Worth. 2 receivers now lined up to the bottom. And, nothing going there for Jet Zero. Looked like there were some lanes opening up, and big number 56, Freddie Trammell, comes in and says, I've had enough of that. in his second season in Bossier City.
Yeah, Trammell has 3 tackles. Bogey Bar has 3 tackles. The linebackers are very active.
Price, pressure coming, and a big Mick gets in there and bats that one down. Number 90, Rob Foraker, 6'2", 280 pounds, and swats that one away.
He sure is making an impact tonight with a sack down, pat down. Big old man on the line.
You know, Rochelle, it's an interesting thing. When Fort Worth, they can get to this point in the field, but from there on, it's very difficult for them to move the football. Price throwing pressure again, but he's able to complete to McGee. What a gutsy throw, having to stand in there knowing he's going to take a shot. And a great grab by McGee.
Yeah, I kind of held my breath for that one.
Yeah, me too.
Boom.
Definitely going to need the ice bath after that one for Eric Price. He's already took some pretty good hits in this one. But they are able to move the football to just outside the 10-yard line here of Bossier City. The Toros wanting to strike, wanting to put some touchdowns on the board. They give it to Zero, navigating between blocks. And he gets 5 on the carry.
Nice run. 2nd and 5. Now, do you attempt to go up the middle again? It didn't work so well the last time they were down here.
What do you think? Is that what you're looking at?
Oh, I go to the left. I go to the
left?
left. I do a swing pass to the left. There's nobody over there.
They chuck it right up the middle, honestly, with Jay-Z Bacon and maybe a yard. 3rd and 4.
And passes are dangerous here because everybody's going to be in the end zone. Nothing but blue jerseys here, so.
Screen pass possibly.
They spread them out.
No, Price throwing end zone. Touchdown. That's Stevens with the reception. And Fort Worth finally able to get to the end zone. We know that they were wanting to kind of crack that code, if you will, that Bossier City had on the past couple possessions. And Fort Worth jumps into the lead.
And that time, Cade Stevens ran a route in front of all the defenders. Everybody stayed behind him. And Price just fit it in there.
Amelia Rose with the extra point.
Ooh.
It is good.
That was close.
3-point ball game. Yeah, that was too close for comfort, really. Another 9-play drive. And Fort Worth able to take advantage of good field position.
This quarter is just flying by.
Yeah, the entire game seems to be at warp speed right now, folks. And, you know, they say time flies when you're having fun. That kick sailing through for a touchback. Folks, now is the time. Listen up. The convention that we've been talking about for months, well, you better make plans right now before flights get more expensive and work says you can't go. The 2025 SFL convention kicks off the league's 25th anniversary on July the 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of the Hyatt Regency. You can reserve your rate on SimFL.net at a special group rate. So don't miss out. This is your March reminder, and we'll keep hitting you with that during all these ball games. Do not miss this, as that pass is incomplete for Bossier City.
I expect to see you there too, Cameron Duty.
That is the plan, and I expect to see you with a microphone and a karaoke machine somewhere at the Hyatt Regency.
Yeah, okay. Wow, lip sync.
Pickler to throw off the back foot.
Wow.
Somehow completes an incredible play, finding Vin Callia downfield. But that's one of the things I enjoy about Pickler. Yeah, he's a gunslinger, but man, he makes some good plays such as that.
I don't know what happened to Davis. He just had his back to the ball. I mean, he had the perfect play on that. He just turned around.
Callia coming up with great focus there, and the reception. 1st and 10, 3:33 remaining in this second quarter. Pickler again, throwing hole. Man, that was almost INT, but instead Dave Atkins. First and 10, 3 minutes remaining. Pickler throwing off the back foot again and is able to reel it in. I believe that made its way to Garrison Blue. Yes, gain of 6.
And Pickler's handling they're putting pressure. Pickler's handling it pretty well. He's just backing up in the pocket. He's getting further and further back. That was probably a 20-yard pass that just went for 6 yards.
6-yard gain, which, as you said, that's very impressive as Blue goes in motion. Both these teams, it's just all about positive yards here, keeping the ball moving downfield, not getting pushed back. Noel fighting hard for every yard that he can get. It's been tough on the tough sledding, really, for the ground game.
Well, we've only seen 6 attempts. No, I'm sorry. 5 attempts. Yeah.
2 minutes remaining in this first half. As we said, a fast-moving game, but we're sure glad you're with us. You're watching the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. You are right, Rochelle, that it has been more of a pass-heavy game out of Bossier City for sure, but we'll see them maybe. Looks like they may go that way again for maybe a play here. Yeah, toss play, nice. Right side, first down. Good call, pitching it to Noel. He gets it.
I mean, compared to the Fort Worth, offense, who's a pretty balanced. I mean, they've had 9 completions, 12 attempts in the air, and 16 attempts on the ground. So Fort Worth's definitely more balanced, more methodical. Both receivers like Sayre it.
Clock continuing to run. About 90 seconds remaining in this first half. And there's the carry to Nemchik. And he gets 6 on the carry. Clock, again, just a reminder, still running here. Bossier City would love to control this next 80 seconds or so.
Definitely. You don't want to give the ball back to Fort Worth.
Pickler, pressure. He throws an interception. Oh, we talked about that dreaded INT bug, and coming the other way with it is Adam Leach. And for Pickler, that is interception number 16 on the season.
He's made lots of dangerous throws tonight, and eventually, yep, that ball was just off. It was way off. I don't know if the receiver got bumped on his route or whatever, but that ball was just way off.
And made that one, as you said, an easy interception. And boy, how devastating is that for a Bossier City team that was putting together a really fantastic drive.
A methodical drive for them, too. They actually incorporated 3 runs into that drive.
Adam Leach, that is his 5th interception of the season.
I thought Zero was going to break it loose there.
He got close, gain of 5. But, again, back to that point quickly for Adam Leach. What a tear this guy's on. 5 interceptions and a touchdown on the defensive side this year.
Yeah, I think Michaela Forker on the other side has like 4 interceptions and 2 touchdowns this season. So most of these teams have backs that have really been producing interceptions and touchdowns.
Yeah, excelling indeed. Barr with that tackle, 3rd and 6, and it looks like Fort Worth is content to possibly ride into the sunset of this first half.
Yeah, they have the lead. They get the ball after the half, so. Oh no, we're gonna throw.
And the throw quickly by Price. Ooh, off the helmet or shoulder pad, one of a Bossier City defender, and it's 4th and 6.
That was also a dangerous throw.
Yeah, it was. So 2 very risky throws out of both of these QBs. And for Bossier City here, Rochelle, at least there was no points off turnover.
Now, when you get a pretty deep punt, 13 seconds left, hope get some great hang time. Maybe the clock will expire on you on the kickoff, on the punt.
Oh, a good punt by Rose. Clock down to 5 as Axis takes off with the return, and that's going to leave us with about 4 seconds. And you just got to wonder if they'll take this 4 seconds, and they got pretty decent position here to kind of at least throw one deep if they choose to.
Now, Bossier City has a husband and wife tandem there doing the returns. Pink Lisa and Dave Axis.
You gotta love teamwork. Trying to see if I can get my wife on one of these SFL squads. I haven't been able to do so yet. I'm still working on it.
My husband plays too, so.
Deep ball here for Pickler. He just throws it down, kind of a Hail Mary of sorts, and a whole slew of bodies down there, both blue and white jerseys. Nobody able to come up with it. And that's how we end this first half, Rochelle. Been a good one. We thought it would be tightly contested. Fort Worth leads Bossier City 10-7. What's your first half thoughts, my friend?
Well, the game is going pretty much the way I expected. I mean, Bossier City's airing it out, Fort Worth being methodical. Both teams are playing very well on offense and defense. I mean, it's a close game like we were hoping for.
Adjustments? Do you see anybody making any drastic changes here?
I think Bossier City needs to run the ball just a little bit more to slow the game down for them. If not, the defense doesn't get really tired of the field.
And as we get ready and transition, we take a look at some snapshots of this first half. And with that being said, we're going to take a quick halftime break, presented to you by Brakes GPT, and we will come back to an exciting second half of action in Bossier City. Don't go anywhere.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. I mean, Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey? It's an Aaron Rodgers. Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community of collectors on our Brakes GPT page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headliner over at brakesgpt.com. Cameron Duty and Rochelle Colston here with you to start the second half from Red River Stadium. Justin Raside and Zach Holdorf in the stats truck doing a great job, and Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters.
I'd love a Drew Brees helmet myself.
It would be fantastic. Maybe even somebody with like a Tom Brady helmet out there.
No.
No? Quite a bit of excitement in that clip there. I don't know about you. Now, I know someone who would. My wife is a huge Tom Brady fan. Handoff here. Jay-Z Bacon running across the 20, about to the 24 or so. 2nd and 6 will be coming up. And again, we see Fort Worth starting off with that ground attack.
You really can't blame them. They're doing pretty well on the ground compared to Bossier City. I mean, towards the end of the first half, Bossier City had a little bit of the run game going, but Bossier, Fort Worth likes this run game. They got 2 really good backs.
Nothing there. Trammell
again.
Immediately in the middle of that pile and put the stop to that. Talk about the ground attack. A couple stats there for you. 9 carries, about 27 yards. Jay-Z Bacon, 11 for 36. The long goes to Jay-Z Bacon with 9 earlier in this game. Price throwing over the middle to Hacker, and he is immediately swallowed up, not able to get to the sticks, and Fort Worth will have to punt it away.
Yeah, Price was just forced to dump it off. I mean, Hacker tried to break his tackle, and if he would have broken the tackle, he probably gotten the first down. Good defense by Bossier City.
Rose to punt, hitting some good ones off, including a beautiful coffin kick. Not going to be able to do such of that nature here. Bossier City obviously will get much better field position, and a huge hit. Duffy there laying the lumber to Dave Axis. They'll start.
I think I would have fair caught that one.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I wouldn't have put myself through that.
Not for 2 yards.
Pain or agony for 2. That's right, for 2 yards. You never know. I guess you hope that something happens along the way and you don't take the hit. But Axis quick to his feet. He's in motion here from the 42-yard line. First drive of the second half for Pickler and company. Quick drop. Now going to scramble. Yeah. Another sack going down and getting up with the home run swing there. Jerry DeGond, my goodness. That looked painful for Pickler, did it not? I mean, everything about that just looked brutal.
It certainly did.
But when you have someone 6'5", 230 or 325 pounds, excuse me, breathing down on you and just completely walloping you, that's going to happen. 4-yard loss. Pressure coming again, but it's picked up. Pickler throws, trying to get it all back. Going for Banfield, incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd and long situation.
Nice play by Ben Stone there, making the perfect hit at the perfect time, knocking that ball loose. Yeah, 3rd and very long here. Look out.
Both these offenses coming out looking a little bit cold after the halftime break. 3 receivers set to the bottom. And Pickler to roll out, going to step up. He was eyeing that first down marker. He's going to get it, plenty of room, and slide safely towards the 40-yard line of Fort Worth. A great heads-up play by Pickler.
If he felt the pressure, nobody was open. Plenty of green in front of him. He just took off. Give him credit. He even slide. He even did a little slide at the end.
Slide safely to the.
He kind of got like hit in the head when he slid. He did slide.
Now Pickler, look to do it again. No, he unloads and he finds Callia right in the middle of the field. It was a good decision there. Callia cutting inside, he gets 7.
Yeah, but that time he's got rid of the ball in a hurry. But, the pressure is still coming, but smart play.
See some stats on Pickler in this game. Pretty clean game for the most part. Of course, he had the interception down there around the goal line. That could have changed things for him, but they're still in this one. Defense helping them out. Rob Noel with the carry, and a 3rd and 2 on the way.
3rd and 2. Normally you would see a run here, but, who knows?
Well, if we've learned one thing calling games together, it's that anything that we say, usually the opposite happens. Yep. There you go, Rochelle.
Oh, that was almost picked too.
Yeah, not a good decision there. I thought that felt a little bit rushed. Tavius Gordon almost had the interception. He'll get credit with the deflection. 4th down. Clock stops at 6:42.
He threw that ball in triple coverage.
Yeah, that was a risky throw. Now, Danny Dimes is in a good position to really pin this Fort Worth team deep. We'll see what he can get on this punt. There's the snap. A little to the left, but he picks it up. He's going to get a pretty good one here. Fair catch called for, and it's going to go out of bounds. So pinning them back here is Danny Dimes, and they'll start from their 13-yard line.
It wasn't a very long punt.
Got to think part of that had to be contributed to the snap. If you notice, it seemed like it was a little bit kind of had to reach around for that one, or at least that's what it looked like to my eyes.
You're just a punter trying to defend other punters. I understand.
Sure. Hey, we got to stick together. Man in motion. Price throws. Almost intercepted. That was scary. Yeah, Hacker was in the area. But at the same time, though, Bob Funk almost had another interception.
Yeah, Bob Funk should have had that one.
He'll be kicking himself over that. If he had come down with it, that would have been Funk's first interception of the season. And his 49th of his career.
Regardless, it still was a good play.
Yeah, definitely. Hacker again in motion. Have we seen this before, Rochelle?
Hacker's probably tired from running side to side.
They throw, trying to get it to him again. Double coverage there, 32 and 22. Michaela Foraker and Zach Holdorf in the area to thwart that.
Double trouble.
Good nickname for him.
Probably had buttered corn on his hands.
Oh, that's good. 3 receivers to the top for Fort Worth. Pressure is coming. Price gets rid of it. It's contested. Foraker again in on that one with the hit, laying a tough hit on Henry McGee. It's incomplete.
Yep, that was a really tough hit. Almost obliteration, but not quite.
Almost obliteration level. We need an obliteration meter.
Like the Rick meter, but I just for hits. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have it powered by cats on a wheel.
Gotta love it. Fair catch called for here for access inside Fort Worth territory. So reminiscent here, Rochelle, of what we've seen Fort Worth do in the first half. Now Bossier City has a chance to start with prime real estate on the Fort Worth 43.
Look at these yards. They're pretty evenly matched here.
That indeed. I mean, even down the first down game, not much difference there. Average yards, not too different. This has been an evenly contested matchup. The difference really has been the turnover. Pickler throwing complete to Kalia. Again, coming back on that little route that works so well for them. We've seen it used all throughout the night. We see it once more here.
Yeah, but credit that O-line for giving Pickler all day to get rid of the ball and to find an open receiver. I mean, Kalia just cut right in front of the defender again. He was one-on-one.
One-on-one coverage with Aiden Davis, the two-time All-Star there. That time it was Kalia getting the better of him. Almost
been around a long time. He's a really good cornerback.
Oh, look at Rob Noel here. One of his best runs. Little shifty, cuts inside, then back out to the left, and he gets an 8-yard gain out of all that.
I'm looking at, comparing Noel to Hacker. That's a big running back.
Indeed it is. Noel is listed at 6'1", 260 pounds.
Yeah, he's coming over. Running back.
Coming over from Indianapolis. They're happy to have him.
He got it.
Oh, they're going to give Nemchek the first, I believe, the rookie, Robert Nemchek.
He was one of those rollover first downs. Rollover the defender, get the first down.
Those are always so close.
No challenge, so.
I was kind of surprised to see that. I was holding my breath expecting that. Now Pickler throwing. That had too much heat on it. But it does fall harmlessly incomplete because in the area was Tavius Gordon. Bossier City, an interesting stat. This is their third straight divisional matchup. They lost the first two, losing to Mexico City and Albuquerque. They want to get the W here. Huge for their division chances, of course. They got to get a victory here. And for Bossier City, we'll talk about this after the snap. As Pickler throws, it's contested again, and it's incomplete. Not sure that I love how they're trying to force the ball down here right now.
And once again, same person in the area, Tavius Gordon.
For Bossier City, their strength of their remaining schedule right now, their opponent's 21-8. They have the toughest remaining schedule as far as strength goes. So they've got a long road to go, but this is nuts right here. Kalia, he has came up so many times in this game for this Bossier City team, and that may be my favorite throw of Pickler's this entire evening.
Pickler just, got into the pocket, settled down. It was well defended. It's just a perfect pass where only the receiver could catch it.
And it's so hard to defend the perfect pass. You could have everything in place and still not be able to stop a guy like Vin Kalia.
Yeah, he's usually pretty clutch.
Adam Williams, the tight end, moves up to the top of the screen. They tossed it right side the Nemchek, pushing hard. Not going to be able to get it. In fact, he will lose a little bit. Second and goal is coming up. Good tackle by E.K. Vinson.
I think the play was just a little bit slow developing. Gave the defenders time to react.
Four minutes remain here in this third frame. Noel, close.
Ooh, hairline.
That yardage back, yeah, that's going to be very, very close spot. Delaney Nash, the 10-year veteran with the tackle.
If I'm here, I Pickler quarterback sneak.
Rochelle says sneak. We'll see what Pickler does here. Inside the one. Huge play here, folks.
Nope.
Toss play instead, left side. Nemchek stiff arm for Noel. Excuse me, and he still can't get there. Adam Leach with another big play tonight down here around the goal line, this time in the form of a stop.
Cha-ching, he just heard his bank account go up.
Was so impressive. And that is going to bring out Matt Finnick for an 18-yard attempt to tie this game. What a stop by Fort Worth. Would not be denied.
Yeah, both of these teams are getting really tough in the red zone area. It's hard to get into the end zone.
A 10-point game here, Rochelle, all knotted up at 10 for both squads. 2:58 remaining in the third quarter. Man, this really has lived up to the hype that we talked about.
Definitely, but I mean, this over is so far away.
Over and away. Another booming kick. And they'll bring it out to the 20. You're watching Simulation Football League action here on the Virtual Football Network. This week on VFN, we'll feature the SFL tonight and Monday, the UFL Saturday and Sunday, and SFLM Week 9 action coming up Thursday. It's another week of non-stop football action right here on the Virtual Football Network. I love it, Rochelle. We have football all week long now. It's great.
Nice run.
Good job by Zero. Gain of 8. But I always wanted to live in a world where you had football every single night of the week, and here we are.
Just about every single night of the week.
It's incredible.
No rest for the wicked.
Leaping move there by Bacon. I'm going to call him just short.
I think I challenge this. I think you got it.
We've yet to have a Retroid challenge. Any retroactive look at the play? Don't look like we're going to get one here.
It's third down. I wasted. These inches. I thought it was a lot closer than that.
They give it to Zero, and he gets the first. Save the challenge. And so far, so good.
Number 44, Bob Funk, once again with the tackle.
Been all around this field today.
Yep. Along with the two linebackers, Bossier and Freddie Trammell.
Running right side, J.Z. Bacon, and running hard at that before he is stood up by Freddie Trammell again. You just mentioned Trammell. He was in on that one, as well as Bossier Barr.
And what worked, is not going away from their game strategy. They're still, grounded and pounding here. Eating the clock.
Believing in that rushing attack. Minute 20 and counting in this third quarter. Oh, Zero with a head of steam. Spin cycle all the way up to about midfield there when he gets the first.
Look at that big man spin.
Oh, you got to love it. And we get to see it again here. Good blocking up front.
When you have, everybody blocking for you.
It's amazing what a little blocking up front can do.
Aaron Alexander, number 25, the fullback, did a great job there.
So fresh set of downs here for Fort Worth. Back to the ground game. Left side, J.Z. Bacon busts one. And he was one man away from doing so. Bossier Barr was the only one who could get J.Z. down. That Bacon was about to start popping here.
Yep, a little, little juke move, little get skinny, and then like a cannon out of, like a rocket out of a cannon there.
And you got to imagine just how hard they're pounding it here. That something is going to break open before long. And wear down this Bossier City defense. That is the plan. Now, Jet Zero, he just decides to take the bull by the horns, no pun intended at all, but he gets the first in doing so.
And they're taking to this ground game, and it's working right now. Bossier City's got to find an answer to it.
We see one more play in this third. They snap it at 2 seconds. We will Bacon with another carry. Spin moves. He gets positive yardage. 2nd and 7 when we go to the fourth.
Did you see how many blue jerseys were there for that stop?
Yeah, I did. They wanted to make sure that man did not get behind them. Folks, one more quarter to play in regulation. All tied up at 10. We said it was going to be a good one. So far, it's living up to every expectation. Fort Worth and Bossier City when we come back. Cameron Duty here with Rochelle Colston, Justin Reside, and Zach Holdorf in the stats truck. Cameron Irvine back at SFL HQ.
On this drive, they've already had the ball almost 3.5 minutes.
Oh, and Bacon.
Wow. That's zero.
Me, no, that's actually Jet Zero doing a good job there, checking in on that one.
So on this drive, I mean, they have not passed the ball one time. Their long run's been 9 yards, but this has been like a really good run possession here for Fort Worth.
We thank all of you for participating in the chat tonight. We always enjoy seeing what you folks have to say.
We're gonna throw.
Throwing a screen, and Bacon just drops it, and it looked as if there were plenty of blockers and plenty of green out in front.
Yeah, he doesn't drop many. Maybe he surprised him because they actually throwing the ball to him.
And it was set up perfectly, too. All the blocking was in place.
We got quads look here. Ran out of quads, okay.
Pretty good pickup there, so it's going to make this a third.
Manageable.
Yeah, much more so for the playbook.
And Fort Worth, hey, you can look for them to run here.
What do you call her, Shell?
I think he may run again. No, they're going to pass, of course.
Price to throw one-handed grab. Steven Hacker, listen, don't even have to guess. That's your nice hands catch brought to you by Richroyd. Put a Richroyd handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Beautiful one-handed grab. No gloves, nothing. Barehanded.
Great
Don't
catch.
you love it? Yeah. Gotta appreciate that. And on first down, Bacon a little too early with that spin move there.
Yeah, definitely.
See what he's trying to do, but McGuire takes advantage of it and gets a tackle. Ooh, and you just wonder if they're going to go away from the ground game here.
This is where passing becomes too dangerous, though.
Keep it 0. And that's going to set up 3rd and goal. And these defenses have been so good tonight around this side of the field. They've not let much. Honestly, they've not let anything when it's got down to the red zone. The one touchdown for Bossier City was a deep bomb. And then for Fort Worth, you know, they were able to stick it in there in a pass. But for the most part, defensive have really locked down.
These linebackers are active on both sides.
Price throwing end zone incomplete. All kinds of people. Pink Lisa was down there. You had Bob Funk. Yep, he was in on it. It's 4th and goal, and we're going to see another field goal attempt by Rose.
It never fails. You get a pass into the end zone within the 5-yard line. I think every secondary player is in the middle of that end zone. It's always dangerous.
Snap and the hold is good as well as the kick. 16 plays, Rochelle. A 5-minute drive that went 74 yards, ending in a field goal. They do get the lead back. And this game, Rochelle's starting to have this feeling as if it's going to come down to the last one with the football when the clock strikes 0. I just have this feeling. I'm calling it.
And unfortunately, Fort Worth drives are a lot more methodical. If they get the ball back, they could close out the game.
That is so true. Bossier City has not had the time of possessions that Fort Worth has had. They've been, able to strike much quicker. Access the touchback there.
And their defense has to be tired, Bossier City. I mean, Fort Worth's offense has been on the field forever, and so is Bossier City's defense. See, the runs are getting easier for Fort Worth. That's probably the reason why.
Bossier City would love to see a nice sustained drive here. Noel with the carry. And he gets 3. I thought he may have had a little bit more than that, but they'll give him 3 on first down.
The chat's already saying Johnny time. You know what that means.
Oh, I know. Pickler rolling out, throwing deep into a lot of coverage, and I just don't like that decision. It does, unfortunately, result in an incompletion, but better than an interception.
Yeah, Tavius Gordon was in the area. 2 other defenders. Tavius Gordon, I think, actually got a piece of his body or something on it.
3 receivers now to the bottom of your screen, as you can see. To the right side of Pickler, and he sends a man in motion. That's Kalia, who has been so busy tonight.
Clutch.
They look for him in these type situations. This time they throw to Axis, and somehow that one is squeezed into a tight window. Axis gets it and gets the first down and some extra yardage.
I'm not even sure how that ball even got to Axis.
Now,
what a great play.
Oh, it was contested. It could have just as easily been intercepted by Aiden.
This is the 3rd or 4th time Aiden's been right there.
Jeez. Vincalia, we talked about easily the workhorse for Bossier City tonight. 8 targets, 4 receptions, 63 yards, leading the receivers. Pickler with time, throws, almost intercepted. Again, another one off the hands of Tavius Gordon. Yeah.
Come on, Aiden.
Just a razor-thin margin of error at this moment, folks. I mean, Bossier City knows they have to have the perfect drive here. Who knows if they get the football back? They got to approach this. Honestly, they got to approach this as maybe their last drive potentially. Quick drop, floats one out there. Flag on the play.
Yeah,
a little wonky looking there. And again, another ineligible receiver.
Wow.
And again, they call Yogi Bar the tackle on that one, and that's 5 crucial yards lost. That's the 2nd time we've seen that tonight.
Yep, Yogi Bar needs to settle down.
Emotions are high. The stakes are high in this game, folks. As we talked about, both these teams winning records of 4-3, but somebody's got to lose tonight and be at the bottom of the South Division. Pickler throwing. Oh, what a move by Garrison Blue, able to pull that one in.
Even with 3 defenders there, that big man comes down with the pass. Great play.
I love it. Look at that. I mean, last minute leaping there in front of that football. Blue's been busy tonight as well.
All the tight ends have been pretty busy tonight. Mike Daggs ought to be loving it.
This is the type of game for Daggs, no doubt. Noel with a good carry on first down, fighting hard for 9 yards.
That time, Pickler just fooled everybody. Said, "Oop, I'm actually going to run the ball here and not pass it." Caught the whole defense off guard.
I really like the mix of run pass that Bossier City's came out with on this series. Oh, folks, you see the stats on your screen. It doesn't get much closer than that.
Look at those passing yards for Bossier City.
But they go back to the ground game here. They get the first with the rookie Nemchik, and he is able to do so. We're approaching 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation. Late night SFL action here for you.
Bossier City's defense is finally getting a break here.
Noel trapped behind a lineman there, just nowhere to go, and he's going to lose 1 yard. And a tackle for loss made by Dexter Jackson. Second and long, Pickler will drop back and throw with a one-on-one coverage, and it's just over the heads of anybody in the vicinity there. So 3rd and long here, Rochelle, and this is big because they're not in a comfortable spot that if they had to call on the field goal, they could. They need some more yards.
Definitely, they were way out of field goal range here, even for a veteran kicker.
Just inside the 39-yard line there. So Pickler going to have to throw it, and he does it. Does he hold on? He does. What a play by Banfield. Another big one by Banfield tonight.
He was a player, a halftime player. Here he comes again. Need clutch play.
What
Clutch
hand.
man there.
I loved watching him turn around to get that one and just cradling that football. Banfield had the big bomb early in this game from Pickler that put them on the board first, opening drive of the game. Pickler throwing to the end zone again for Calia inside the 5, and a first and goal for Bossier City here.
Of course, Pickler is no fear. We'll throw it on any minute, any play.
Kind of reminds you of a CMFL Brett Favre. Just, I mean, that really, how he had that kind of gutsy mentality. Throw it in the tightest of windows, but now you expect run here.
Maybe.
You expect it. Doesn't mean you're going to get it. Pickler throwing, touchdown. Right there along the goal line is Adam Williams, his second year here in Bossier City, and the two-time All-Star puts them out front.
That time, Adam Williams just ran this cute little route right in front of the end zone. Pickler looking for him the whole entire way.
But truly had it all fooled. We were all fooled, Rochelle.
Yes. You said run, I'm like, no way.
Okay, but we weren't
and
all
they guts to
fooled.
throw the ball in the 2, I mean, that close to the end zone with all those jerseys in there. I mean, that's gutsy. But great play nonetheless.
And a good job by Pickler. As the extra point is good. We've talked about, Pickler's had some struggles with interceptions in this season, but that was one of the best drives, I feel like, of the entire 10 weeks of football that we have seen out of Pickler. Made the right decision.
When you throw the ball that many times, you're likely to throw an interception. So,
right.
In all fairness.
It's part of it.
Right.
This will be returned. Brought out.
Ooh.
And not much going there for Ben Stone. All right, now Fort Worth, this is what we kind of wondered if would happen. We knew Bossier City could take the clock down. 3 minutes and 48 seconds, plenty of time for Fort Worth to work with.
Is it? I mean, their drives have been like 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Well, they that's all they got. It's got to be enough. And they got to figure out a way to do it. They start with the ground game.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, bouncing around like a pinball was Jet Zero. He got pushed back. Then he gets a push forward. He gets 6 out of it. No, I mean, obviously you would love, if you're Fort Worth, to have maybe 5 minutes instead of 3.5. But, it's better than trying to get down there in a minute, 30 seconds or so.
Yeah. This is much easier for them to do in their methodical drives that they're sticking to no matter what.
Yeah, now Jay-Z again, fighting hard, kind of like we've seen Zero, but this time Bossier City doesn't give up any yards, and Bogey Barr makes the stop.
Field goal won't do it either. They got to score a touchdown. Definitely 4-down territory for Fort Worth, though.
Big play here. 3rd and 2 and 0. Oh, man, he was so close to getting pushed back and not getting across the sticks. And the very last moment, able to get the first down. That was huge on so many levels.
Yep, Zero with his ground and pound mentality. This play's going to keep moving forward. He's a big, powerful back. He's going to keep pushing.
First set of down. 2.5 minutes remaining. Still on the ground. Bacon. Not much. It's number 34, Stuart Zomilia, with the stop.
The clock is just ticking away. And they seem in no hurry.
No, they want to take this down to the very last minute if they can. 2nd and 9 now coming up as we see James Jennings go in motion. Price, nice out route that time. Still on his feet.
Wow.
Oh, man, Henry McGee, he made that look beautiful. And for the first time tonight, we're quickly going to go to Cameron Irvine at SFL HQ for a game break.
Thank you, Cameron. Oklahoma City in Washington tonight. And the Renegades not going away quietly. Christian Bachagalupi, a bomb from Colin Pierce. The Trident have a 20-7 lead halfway through the 3rd. We'll see you over there when you're done. Back to you.
Thank you, Cam. We have just reached the 2-minute warning here. And Fort Worth has moved their way past the 50-yard line. Now, 0 again with the carry, rolled over, gets some more yards. They're going to credit him with 5, minute 50 and counting. And this is getting tense, Rochelle.
Very tense for me, anyway. Like, you have timeouts, use them.
Palms are sweating, blood pressure rising.
Edge of my seat.
And it's just us in the boat.
What was that?
Michael with the carry, sheds a tackle or two, gets close to the post, 30 inches, I call.
All right. I don't know. We don't know what that was here at headquarters. We're trying to. That is the craziest final minute of a game I've ever heard, Rochelle.
Okay.
Cameron Duty's mic, obviously some sort of malfunction here that we're trying to get situated.
Great run by JC Bacon there, 2nd and 1.
Cameron, are you with us?
Need to call timeout.
I'm good. Or can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Take it away.
Thanks. 25 seconds to go. The mic decides to just die on me in the most dire of moments. My goodness, we got a first down. All right, hang with me, Mike. Don't fail me now. We got to get to the end of this one.
Oh my gosh, they didn't use their timeouts and it's getting scary.
Just as the game's coming down to the end of it, the mic decides to go haywire. We don't know what's happening.
I can't stop laughing.
I'm surprised there's nobody running on the field. The marching band's on the field. Not quite. Cade Stevens in motion. Let's settle down here, see what Press can do. What a great round from Stevens.
I mean, 16 seconds. I mean, what's happening here? I think you got a couple of shots in the end zone. This is what you have to do here. You can't afford to get an open field tackle.
And Price under center. Throwing interception. Can you believe it? Just a little too high, and Foraker comes up with it, and that is going to be the breakaway play of the game, brought to you by Breaks GPT, sports memorabilia and collectors. You never know whose autographed helmet or jersey you might hit. Check them out at breaksgpt.com. What a play, Rochelle.
I mentioned Michaela Foraker earlier. She had a bunch of interceptions coming in the game. She's made a key clutch there play.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Noel. Timeouts being used, but with 6 seconds remaining and a hectic minute and a half, Bossier City gonna be able to hold on here. 4-point lead, 6 seconds, couple more snaps, and they will improve to 5-3. Noel, hold on to that football if you're a Bossier City fan. He gets the first, runs out the clock, and Bossier City going to be able to get their 10th victory in this rivalry. Final score from Bossier City, 17-13. This one had everything, even some technical difficulties. Rochelle, give me your final thoughts of the evening.
Well, this game did not disappoint. It was awesome from the very beginning to the very end. I mean, when it goes down to the last 3 seconds of a game, you can't ask for a better game than that. It was pretty even all the way through. And even with the interception, didn't really hurt particularly that much. He still kept slinging the ball.
Do you have a game ball to give tonight, Rochelle? Who would you give it to?
I have to give it to, let's see, Jeff Banfield.
There you go. Very good, Banfield. Big night tonight, indeed. Now, folks, let's remind you, Week 9 of the SFL, or Week 10, excuse me, rather, rolls on this coming weekend as well as Monday. Don't forget to check that out. For Cameron Irvine, Justin Reside, Zach Holdorf, and Rochelle Colston, I'm Cameron Duty. This has been a wild one. See you next time. Have a good night.